Now, if you were Yukon Cornelius from Rudolph, what would you call this? I would say that is silver.
Metal detecting. It's full of adventure, full of planning, for some camaraderie.
Ready, Ryan?
Oh, yeah.
It's full of elation, frustration, and even inspiration. People do it for all sorts of different reasons. Me, I just want to hold a little history in the hand.
To History in the Hand Metal Detecting. I'm Steve Okino. We're here on a absolutely gorgeous autumn afternoon. We're at the end of October and we have an old lawn to metal detect. It's a hunting camp now, but it was a farmstead in the late 1800s. So let's see what we can find in the yard. You are invited. Come on along. Let's see if we can get some history to hold right in our hand. See you at the first hole. Hole produces a wheaty. There's Honest Abe, and it's definitely a wheat cent. There's the 1 cent, but I can't really make out a date there. But we have found ourselves a coin, and that's always there's iron right there. So it's always a good thing to find a coin. We like that. On to the next. Oh, hey, we found a this is a Victorian dress sash buckle. Yes, it is. Oh, that is cool right there. So there is, there's where the fabric would have looped around. This is half of it. The other half would have gone right through there, and there should be, okay, so there's a little bit of bling right there. This is fairly plain, but in looking at this tiny little house, I don't imagine that there was a lot of wealth here. But yes, that's a great piece of late 1800s clothing. That's a beautiful little piece. Beautiful little piece right there. I love finding these things. We wanted to find history to hold in our hand, and we have found it. That is great. On to the next. Beautiful high tone here, and it is in the plug. Possible, but oh no. We found, hold on, this is not a match. This is another sash buckle. Dress sash buckle, but this is a different design. I thought I was going to find a dime. Wow, that is really cool. And this one is intact in the back as well. Yep, the backs were usually pretty plain, but yep, the front has, this was a different design. So these, I guess, did go into the 1900s a little bit. But all right, that's cool. Let's get a picture of this and move on to the next. Now, if you were Yukon Cornelius from Rudolph, what would you call this? I would say that is silver. Look at that. Time to get the water out, people. Unbelievable. Beautiful $50. Now let's see what we've got here. Oh, that's just gorgeous. You know, I have been doing this 3 years, and I have only found one other
silver $50, usually because that is a walking liberty. Usually because I detect where other people have already detected. So, looks like a depression coin to me. Well, 1935. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Ah, hello, Lady Liberty. 1935. And if there was a mint mark, it would be over here, I believe, and I don't see one. So beautiful. Oh, I just love it. Okay, on to the next. Gosh, we got history. That is for sure. Wow. Beautiful. I just checked the hole, found this old Western field 12-gauge shotgun brass from the old paper shell days. That's a cool piece right there. So that's awesome. I love this. We're getting some great stuff today. On to the next. Very loud high tone. You know, I would say a penny, but a couple of those oh my. We hit it with the shovel, but we have a harmonica reed plate right here. Brass. And it looks like one of the reeds is left right there. But that's the only one. Oh no, there's one right there. Wow, that's nifty. And there's another one all the way at the end right there. But musical instruments were part of the lifestyle, and harmonicas were a pocket instrument. So a lot of them made their way into the dirt, I'm afraid to say. It's pretty cool. Very nice. On to the next. Boy, we are right on the edge of the lawn. And it's in the plug. So we're hanging around the edges. Oh, it's just a... Oh, look at that. Hey, that's nifty. I suspect liquor of some sort. But let's see what we've got here. National Distillers. I don't know. There's no more information than that. But on to the next. Another one right on the edge of the lawn here. Don't know what we've got. Oh, I do know what we've got. So that's pretty interesting, especially right here on this little drop-off. This is the valve stem cover for a Model T Ford. And right there on the end, it should say these were for Schrader valves. Nope, I can't make it out, but that's what this is, and it's threaded on the inside. And almost all of them that I find are are flattened because they got run over. So that is nifty. All right, on to the next. All right, well, we have another high tone here under the roots of this big tree here, and it is in the plug. Looks like some sort of a thumb turner that was broken off. So somebody must have turned that awfully hard. It was probably Pa. He's got a powerful grip. That is not iron, it's brass or some other non-ferrous metal. But that's cool. All right, we are finding history. I love it. On to the next. High tone here. Well, I'll keep digging. I did get a legitimate high tone. Wow, that's a very heavy, looks like it's brass, and it has iron. It's got weights inside of it. If you happen to know what this might be, let me know, because I'm not sure. I would guess maybe the bottom of like a candlestick or something. It's very heavy. Otherwise, I have no idea. It almost looks like there was iron going up through the inside, so no idea. All right, on to the next. Well, there is a clock, a mantle clock plate. The springs and workings would have gone in here. I do not see any writing. Sometimes there's, get my little brass brush out. Sometimes there's really fine stampings of the manufacturer, but I do not see one in this case. Cool, but we are finding history, and we're holding it in our hand, and that's why we came out, folks. On to the next. You know, for all of the penny signals I've gotten today, I've only found one penny. So let's see if we can find one here. This sounds like one. Oh my goodness, and it is. It's going to be a zinkin, and that is all eaten up, and it's going on the junk side. All right, on to the next. All right, I got a double barrel signal here. All right, there is the rest of the clock plate. All right, let's take a look at this thing first. It is brass. Obviously, I hit it with my shovel. You can see it gleaming right there. I'm going to brush this off and see if we can see. All right, there is the writing. Right there. Oh boy. I mean, we've got... Oh boy. I see USA. Nope, I don't see it, and I don't see a date either. I'll take a photo of it. Maybe we can make it out in the photo. Then we'll head over here and we'll see what we can find here. More pieces of the clock. All right, on to the next. I believe that I see a Rains guide. Now, it's been pretty squashed, but sure enough, that's what that is. Now, this would have been round, and it would have come off the horse's harness to keep the reins between the driver and the horse's mouth. And they never wanted the reins to get down into the horse's feet, because that would be a terrible thing. This one's been squashed, but they used to be round, and the reins went through. So we're finding great examples of history from long ago. This was from when horses were the best available technology for getting around, pre-auto. So that's cool.
Nice little piece of history right there. Beautiful. Well, I got to tell you, it's getting pretty chilly, and I'm about done for the day. I'll definitely come back here, but let's take a look at what we found, because we found some cool stuff. We got history right in our hand. I put them all up here on a little stump. We found an old shotgun brass. We found our valve stem cap. These are the different clock parts. I'm not sure if those were from the same clock or not. Found a nice harmonica reed plate. Found a piece of copper and an old, this was a Rains guide. We found our unidentified base for something, and a thumb screw. We found two different halves to Victorian dress sash buckles, and those are gorgeous. We found a wheat cent, a dime, and a beautiful Walking Liberty $50 from 1935. So I'd say that was the find of the day. And what a beautiful afternoon we had to be out here metal detecting. Just absolutely gorgeous. I'm glad that you came along, and I'm going to remind you that if you're not looking for it, you are not going to find it, whatever it is. You're invited to join me right back here next time on History in the Hand.